Hello, welcome. Join me today for a stretch and movement practice with a focus on self-compassion. I want you to go inwards during this practice and really think about and feel what you love about your body and what you love about yourself. It's easy as we go on this journey of personal growth and fitness, and we're all working hard trying to improve our movement and improve something. But as we go on that journey, it's important to really tune into what we love about ourselves and not always focus on what we're trying to improve or trying to fix. At the end of the day, there is no fixing. You are perfect the way you are, and we're here together on this path of betterment and of expansion. So I invite you today to settle into your body and give yourself some love through this practice. And as always, if you need to modify something or do it a little differently, be my guest. It's your body. Everything I have to offer is just a suggestion. So we're going to start seated. I have my favorite cushion here, so you can take a moment, grab a cushion, lifting up your seat, finding a cross-legged or stretched out position with your legs, and just take a moment here to settle in and connect to your breath. So we'll feel your sit bones grounding into your cushion, feel your spine floating up tall. And notice if you're hanging on to any tension in your back. Are you working hard to try to sit upright? Maybe just try to soften that a little bit. We're going to breathe deep into the belly. You might notice that my belly is starting to grow a little bit. I have a baby growing in here. I'm about halfway along, so I might have to modify some movements as well. So we'll place our hands on our belly, or maybe have one hand on your chest. And we'll inhale, feeling the belly and the chest rise together. Exhale, let them go. Inhale, filling up fully from the base of your spine all the way up to your heart. And exhale, let it go. Continuing to breathe on your own timing. Nice full inhales. Relaxing exhales. No need to control the exhale here. Just fill up fully on the inhale, and the exhale is just a letting go. Releasing any tension from the neck and the shoulders. Releasing tension from the hips, allowing the pelvis to widen and melt with every breath. Thinking about something that you love about yourself. Maybe it's the way you move. Maybe it's the way you feel. Maybe it's all the amazing things that your body can do. We'll take a moment here to share a little gratitude for our amazing bodies and all that they are capable of. On your next inhale, we'll reach the arms up really strong. Inhale, hold at the top. And exhale, we'll slowly melt the arms down as we control that exhale. And again, inhale, arms reach tall. Hold at the top. Think about creating space in the side of the ribs. And exhale, slowly let that breath go. Now this time we're going to inhale, hold at the top. Clasp onto opposite elbows. And then exhale, slowly side bend to one side. Inhale, rise to the center. Exhale, slowly bend to the other side. And again, inhale, rise to the center. Exhale, slowly bend, feeling that side body opening. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Creating space in the ribs, creating space in the heart center so that you have room to breathe. Opening those arms up. And we'll open the arms out to the side. Now you can keep your legs as they are, or you can extend them a little bit wider. I'm just going to do some spinal rotation here. So flexing through those feet, lifting up through the spine. We'll inhale to prepare. Exhale, twist to one side. Keep those arms wide. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Now see here if you can keep your pelvis grounded onto the floor, onto your cushion. So try to avoid the hips shifting too much. We're really just thinking about moving the spine, using your head, looking with your eyes, seeing the space around you, feeling those collarbones open, and your arms are like big, beautiful wings expanding into space. One more. We'll come to center and float those arms down. And we'll reach up with one arm, coming a little further into a side bend. Just enjoy a nice juicy stretch for the side body. And lifting up. And other side. Side bend. Now this time we're going to continue into a circle. So inhale to lift. Exhale over. And then slowly round your body forward. And then all the way around to the other side. And reaching back up. We'll do that on the other side. Following along, up and over, and rounding forward. Continuing that circular movement, and come on up. So we'll do this a few more times on your own pace. You can explore this in however you want. Your movement does not need to look like my movement. What we're doing here is we're waking up our spine. We're getting into some circular movement patterns, which is important. We spend a lot of time in life moving forwards and backwards in linear patterns. So it's good to wake up some circular patterns. Last one. Really enjoy every moment of this beautiful circle. And come on back. Nice. We'll shake that out. Now we'll lean back on our hands, bend the knees, plant your feet, and we'll just say hello to the hips, coming into a nice simple windshield wiper. Just noticing where those knees want to fall. No need to force them down. Just letting them do their thing. Great. All right, now we're going to transition onto all fours. So you can move your cushion off to the side, or if you like to have a cushion underneath your knees for a little support, you can do that as well. So setting up in your all fours position, we're going to tuck our toes underneath, lengthen your spine, feel a bit of power pressing down through your arms. We'll inhale to prepare, exhale to round the spine into your spinal flexion, and then inhale, lengthen forward, arching up into spinal extension. Also known as the cat-cow. We'll flow through this movement a few times on your own pace. You do not have to move at the same speed as me. Nice. Now here on your next one, I invite you to hold that flexion position. So hold this here for a couple of breaths. Imagine like someone's punching you in the gut and your back ribs are lifting up to the ceiling. Really let your head go. There's no tension in your neck. We'll take a deep inhale here. Exhale, try to round your spine even more. Imagine your tail tucking between your legs. And then inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, finding that extension. Now we're going to hold this here for a couple breaths. Really see if you can shine your heart forward and up to the sky. Inhale, exhale. Nice. Now we'll shift those hips back. Reach your arms forward. Feel free to tent your fingers for a bit more of a stretch through the upper body. And we'll rest here in child's pose. Feel your hips grounding down to your heels. Inhale, exhale. Take a moment here to think about what you love about your body. What do you love about movement? How good does it feel?
Nice. We're going to continue with a little bit more spine movement. So slowly, we're going to roll up through the center. Now, as we roll back up to all fours, make that flexion shape again. And then we're going to send your hips forward, shoulders back, and arch. And again, round and shift back to child's pose. So here's the flow. You can follow along, rounding up and then send your heart forward. Really engage your glutes here to protect your low back and just go as far as it feels good in your body. And round and lengthen those hips back. One more time. Inhale, peeling up. Exhale, press the pelvis, press the heart forward. And slowly round back to child's pose. Take a breath there. Nice. We'll roll on up slowly, and we're going to take a moment just to fire up our cores. So tuck the toes underneath, hover those knees, finding your bear crawl position. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now keeping your spine long, we'll lift our hips up to downward dog. Just find that nice stretch in the backs of the legs, and then slowly come back to your bear crawl. Do that a couple times, flowing through this movement. This is nice to wake up the shoulders, as well as find a bit of stability and strength in our body. This time, we'll lift those hips all the way up. You're going to slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Just take a moment here to hang in a little ragdoll forward fold, and then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae through your spine. Come up to stand, and just shake that out a little bit. Okay, great. So hopefully your body's feeling a little bit more alive and awake now. We're going to go into a bit more of a flow and some lower body stretches. So we'll find a place at the back of your mat. We'll inhale, lift those arms up. Now keeping those arms up, we're going to come down into a squat or a chair pose. So your seat sits back, arms stay up. That's our chair pose. And lift up. You can also try this with the hands behind your head if that feels like a bit too much. And you can follow me. So we'll find our chair pose. Take a breath in. And exhale, press back up. Good. Now we're going to press the arms down as we flat back into a forward fold. Now slowly, hand by hand, walking out to your plank position. Finding that long line from head to toe. And then walking back and rolling up. We'll do that again. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, chair pose. Hold that for a breath. Really feel your legs strong, grounding into the floor. Press up and arms press as we come forward. And walking out, find your plank. Hold it there. Shoulders are down, neck is long. And last time, we slowly walk back to our feet and roll up through the spine. One more time, inhale, lift, chair pose. Sit your hips back, hold that there. And lift up, press the floor away, press the arms, dive forward. Now hold here in your forward fold. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings, back of the legs. Now from here, you can walk your hands over to one side. You might want to use a block or a cushion if you can't reach the floor. So walking your hands over to one side and then gently lean your hips away for a different angle on this stretch. Nice. Take a breath there. And then slowly transition through the center. If you have a prop, you can bring it with you. And shift your hips to the other side. And just notice how that feels from one side to the other. Good. And we'll come back to center with the body. And from there, we're going to walk back out to plank. And gently lower your knees to the floor. Okay, coming into a half lunge. So let's bring one leg forward. Again, if you'd like some support for that knee, you can put your cushion underneath. We're going to zip up through the center, shoulders are down, and just gently shift forward and shift back as we wake up the hip flexors, waking up the groin area. This is an area that gets really tight and wound up. So we're just going to gently shift forward and back. As we do this, bring some breath into your hips. Maybe think about what you love about your hips. Good. Now we'll hold that there in that lunge stretch. Thinking about those abdominals zipping up, engage your glutes. And then if you like, you can reach your arm up and slowly over into a little side bend. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over. Good. Now we're going to come back up through center and then slowly walk your leg out to the side. So your knee and your toes are facing this way to the side. And now we're going to slowly shift laterally. So starting to wake up the adductors, the upper inner thighs. Again, we're not going to go to our maximum right away. We're just going to ease in and out of it, giving this area some love. It really helps to engage the glutes and the core here. So we're really lifting our bodies. Now, if that feels okay, you can hold that there. Then we're going to press your arm into your knee and then your knee back into your arm. So you've got some pressure there. And then we can lift this arm up and then slowly glide that arm down as you come into a little side bend. And then glide it up, lift tall, inhale, exhale, glide. Nice. Inhale, exhale, glide. So we're opening the inner thighs and getting a side stretch. And come on back. Nice. From there, we'll just transition back through center. Maybe do a couple cat-cows. Circle out the hips just to kind of loosen that up. And then we'll go to the other side. Bringing one foot in front. We're working on the other leg now. So finding your position, lifting up tall, square off the hips, and we'll breathe as we shift forward and back. Sending love into all the parts of our body, especially the parts that might be a little sticky. It's easy to get frustrated with parts of our body that just don't seem to open up. But sometimes if we force it too much, it doesn't open up. The body responds really well to love and compassion. I know it might sound a little bit cheesy, but it's true. So if there's a part of your body that just is stubborn and isn't opening up, maybe give it a little bit more gentleness and a little bit more love. So here we'll find the depth of that stretch that feels good to you. And we'll find our side bend as we inhale and exhale. And inhale, lift tall. Exhale, over. One more time. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, over. Nice. Slowly come on back. And then walking your foot out to the side. Keep those hips pointing straight forward and just walk that leg out as far as it feels good in your body. So it should feel fairly comfortable here. And then as we shift, the stretch will deepen. You might feel it on both sides. You might feel this more on one side than the other. It's going to be different for everybody. So just tune into how that feels for you. Nice. Just shifting in and out of that stretch a few times. Keep lifting up through your body, relaxing the shoulders. And then when that feels good, we can hold it. Press that arm out. Gently press your knee back towards your hand so you've got some pressure there. And then we'll inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, side bend as those fingers glide down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Let it go. Use your breath to create more space in your body, and then use the stretch to find more length and range. Good. We'll gently come back to center, come back to all fours one more time, and do a couple more cat-cows. Nice. From here, we're going to tuck our toes underneath again, lift your hips up, and we're going to find this downward dog position and hold that for a moment. Okay, I'm just going to turn to face this way. So we're going to hold our downward dog. Downward dog is a great posture. We're working on stability through the upper body, and then we're getting a full stretch from head to toe here in the back line. So you can feel your heels dropping down to the floor, and try to keep those sit bones lifting up. And try to keep your heart shining down towards your thighs, and let your head relax. Good. Now from here, we can play with some movement of our feet. So rising up onto the balls of our feet, and then lower the heels down. But keep pressing into the floor with your arms. So this is a bit of a workout for your upper body if you're doing it right. Rising and lowering on those feet. Nice. Now we can alternate feet, one and then the other. Maybe pick up your pace a little bit. And if you like, you can let your hips kind of twist a little here. So we're getting into a dancing dog. Nice. And then really slowly, as we dance, we'll walk our hands towards our feet and our feet towards our hands. And just hang out in this forward fold one more time. Shake your head out. And now very slowly drop your tailbone. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming on up to stand. Maybe roll your shoulders back. And just take a moment here to feel your body. And we'll finish with some deep breaths. You can breathe standing here, or feel free to come sit back down on the floor or lay on the floor. Let's place one hand on our belly, one hand on our heart. Just giving yourself a little bit more compassion, gratitude, love. Notice how your body feels compared to when we started. Nice. Now take this self-love into the rest of your day, into your week, into your month. Share it with everyone around you. And thank you for joining.